So I'd like to call to order the school committee meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence. Thank you. The listing of matters on the agenda are those reasonably anticipated by the chair, which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. Please note this meeting is being videotaped for cable. I'd like to start by welcoming our student representative, Haley Diamond. Thank you so much for coming and being with us tonight. I'd also now entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the October 17th, 2016.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Now we'd like to move right on to our recognitions, and we ask Mr. Bachman.
Last week, we were so excited to congratulate 27 students who received the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. Every year, we call down not just our graduating seniors, but also the sophomores. So we hope to encourage them to rise to this level of academic achievement to get this scholarship. To be eligible for the scholarship, students must score at least 1 advanced and 2 proficient on the MCAS, the English, Math, and the Biology MCAS test, and their combined scores put them in the top 25% of their class. So it's quite an accomplishment. They should be very proud of themselves. And what it is a scholarship, and it varies depending on where they go, but it could be $700 a year up to over $1,600 a year in a Massachusetts college or university. So we tell the kids that it's a few hours of testing over your career could earn you thousands of dollars. And even if they go into a private school, it's a great thing to put on a college application. So they all should be very proud. Parents, you should be very proud and thankful. But it's through the hard work and dedication they show on a day-to-day basis. They've proven how great they are in their academics. So congratulations to all of our students. We have a number of them here today, and we'd like to recognize them. I don't need to know. We'll just go next. Dylan Bletchner. Marissa Chipatelli. Colleen Dale. Matthew DeLuca. Haley Diamond. Tiffany Gallup. Jessica Gould. James Henry. Karen McCarthy. Jackson Roberts. Paul Rosenberg. Olivia Sarantopoulos. Julia Vanderstreet. Vaughn Veros. Colin Williams. once again, congratulations to all of our students, and we reminded them that they need to keep that award letter. We do have an extra copy in guidance, but that award letter is key for submitting it to the colleges. Thank you very much for coming.
Congratulate all the students, and it was just interesting as people were getting called up and I was hearing their names. I've been here so long now that I can remember those same names in kindergarten. So I can't wait until a few months from now. That's going to go by quicker than you think when we're at graduation and shaking your hand at that point. So congratulations.
Yeah. On behalf of the school committee, we are very proud of all of you, and it's very exciting to see when our students benefit from all of their hard work and also their families benefit from their hard work. So we hope many of you take advantage of this this opportunity to use these scholarships and others that you'll be awarded throughout the rest of the year. But we also recognize that you guys work really hard, so we're going to take a quick break here so that you can go home and get on with those studies. Your senior year, so quick adjournment. Thank you. Nice job, guys. So fun seeing you, little boy. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I know. Fantasy place. Yes. Nice job. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay, I parked right next to you. Come up right now. Yes. Are you guys? No, you're all comfy. Stay. Is that in the orthopedic area? Well, you want the camera in the back of your head? We have a back issue and back issue? Yeah, Sarah's back there because of her back. Oh, right backs out? Yeah. Oh, literally. Yeah. Oh, stay on the. So we're probably still on live here. Why are you way back there, Ma? Okay. We're spreading out the audience tonight to make it look like we have more people. The Emmys. That's what this is. This is the Emmys. I wish. Feeling good. Yeah. If this part could be edited out during the. All right. So we'll call the school committee meeting back to order. So we're going to get right into business with the superintendent's update about the district school accountability audit.
I brought up the last two meetings that we were the lucky winners of being selected to be part of the district school accountability review through the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. And at our last meeting, we were waiting to find out when they were going to come in and visit us for the 3 days and what we were going to be reviewed on. And last week, I got an email saying that they are going to visit us January 9th through 11th, 2017. So they'll be here all day Monday, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday. We don't have any idea how many people are coming yet, but we will get more information this week because there is a conference call that's open to all districts that are being reviewed this year. So it was a little sooner than we expected. We thought, I remember I said to you probably in March, and some people did get picked for March. I think we're one of the first schools this year to be done. Because of that, we have to get all our paperwork, and they gave us a list of 22 to 25 different categories of things that we have to get into them by December 5th. So that's really what we're all doing right now in the central office and the principals, and we're just kind of scrambling around to get everything together because they really didn't give us a lot of lead time to get the stuff in. Fortunately, most of the stuff, we have it, we just have to get it put all together and at the same time do our jobs. So that's why it's just kind of a rush. But the good news is that after January 11th, then we don't have to worry about it all spring like some schools do. It'll be done and we'll just be waiting to get their report. I had told you before that there were 6 standards and they picked 3. For us, they picked curriculum instruction, assessment, and student support services. So, the others were leadership, finance, and professional development. So this will be focused on these 3 areas. So it's more centered and teacher-centered. It's more about teaching and learning than about the other things that go on in the school. So when they come the 9th through the 11th, their goal is to try to observe every teacher for no less than 20 minutes, at least once. They'll be meeting with the school committee in a focus group. They're going to ask to meet with some high school students, probably at 2 different times, I think. Several teacher groups throughout the district for focus groups to talk about the indicators in each of these standards. They'll also want parent groups. But we don't know yet how we pick these people or what their protocol is, what the process is. Again, we'll know that a little bit more after we get through the webinar and Dr. Hanscom gets contacted by whoever the team liaison is, and they'll talk it over and get more specifics on that. So it doesn't give us a lot of time, but that's the good news is we've been through audits before, different types of audits, so we kind of have an idea of how it will be set up, but we just need to know what their specific protocols are. So when we get more information and we get an actual time for school committee members, I did read that they will break it up into small groups so that it's not a quorum. So I don't know how they'll do that, but we'll figure that out. And if you're interested in being on the parent group too, then just let us know, because you're a parent before you're a school committee member, so you could sit on both and sit in on, because they probably ask different types of questions also. Did I miss anything? Any questions on that? Did I miss anything? Okay. So that's it. Next, we have the field update. We've been updating the field for about, 50 years now. And believe it or not, we are getting close. I say that every meeting, I realize that. But we are getting closer. The slab has been poured for the bleachers, the permanent bleachers and press box, which we're still being told will be here beginning of December, sometime in December. We also, the plumber needs to come back and do a little bit of work before the plumbing inspector can finish doing the inspection, and we can't get the certificate of occupancy for the concessions or the bathrooms until we get until we get the plumbing inspector done. So, fingers are crossed that we'll have the concessions and the bathrooms for the Thanksgiving game, but we're awfully close, and we don't have it yet. We will be putting the portable bleachers back on that bleacher slab. I already talked to AP Whitaker about that. They said that's not a problem. So we will be having a Thanksgiving game here. It just would be really nice if we could have that certificate of occupancy. We'll know more before the end of the week. Mr. Holden and I are going to get in touch with them. I'm going to give them till like Thursday morning and say, okay, where are we with this? Because the youth football is also playing on Sunday, their Super Bowl here. So we will put the bleachers there, but they need to know if we need to bring in portable toilets. So fingers crossed, but I don't know what else to say. We just keep hoping and waiting and hoping and waiting, and everything was originally supposed to be done September 24th, and now it's almost November 24th, and it's still not completely done. So let's just hope we can get it by Thanksgiving. So, anything else about the fields? Okay. Parent conferences. I put this on. Everyone probably knows by now. Parent conferences are for pre-K through 8, Friday before the Thanksgiving week, Friday afternoon, and then the rest of the district, or pre-K through 12, is Monday and Tuesday. Middle senior high school didn't change. They still have 2 evening conferences on that Monday and Tuesdays at 6 to 8.
Correct.
And the elementary did change a little bit because what was happening is some of the elementary teachers were doing their own time slots. They all did 2 hours a day, but it was not consistent across the board. So through negotiations last year, Friday is in the afternoon, 2 hours. Monday is 5 to 7 at the elementary schools, and then Tuesday, it's a 2-hour period. It's by appointment for each teacher, if there's anyone that's left over, but they do have to have those 2 hours. So those are parent conferences. Any questions on that? And I believe each school they're having people set up appointments right now. Right? So, Alice update. Don't know how many of you, if you were in our original training, or some of you are on the Safe Schools Committee, that we did Alice training, which is a different way. We talked about it a few years ago, and we decided to go with Alice when you have an intruder in your building. And it's just kind of a different way to be prepared for it and to react to it than just a sit and wait type situation. It's more of an active type situation. And all teachers have been trained in that in all buildings, but Officer Thaxter has been going around to each of the faculty meetings to kind of refresh everybody, answer questions, and we have, new people that come into the building. So we're going to be going through that. And I will say Officer Thaxter is very open to coming into faculty meetings at any time when people have questions just about anything that's going on. So he's been really, really helpful. I mean, the whole police department's helpful, but he is willing, he gets that they have questions, and he understands the perspective they're coming from, even though, and I know he makes them feel that no question is stupid. Every question is important because they're worried about it. So I think he has a really nice way about him. And lastly, Donna was going to just update you on the joint conference resolutions that were voted on at the MASC-MASS conference a week and a half ago.
Sure. There were 4 that were submitted by the MASC Resolutions Committee back when they met in July. The first one was foundation budget. Portions of the text on this one stated that taking into consideration that several recommendations of the Commission to establish adequate and equitable funding for school district remain unresolved, the MASC called upon the legislature to enact the recommendations of the foundation budget into law, and this one passed unanimously by a voice vote. The second one was the tax reform ballot question, which proposed that the MASC explore ways to promote social and economic equity through a ballot initiative, whose purpose may include a state constitutional amendment, tax reform, protection of the state's neediest residents of all ages, and seeks additional revenue only from tax reform affecting the state's wealthiest residents. There was a lot of debate on that one, and they ended up doing, counting the vote, and it did end up passing 67 to 41. The third one was the charter school reform, which I think we're all familiar with, which urged the citizens of the Commonwealth to reject the ballot initiative and asked that the MASC seek legislature approval of a new comprehensive set of reforms, and that passed as well. And Resolution 4 was the social and emotional well-being of students, which proposed that the MASC be directed to deploy independent resources and collaborate with other organizations to gather resources, identify strategies, and improve public awareness of the importance of addressing students' social and emotional well-being. And that passed unanimously with a voice vote. Any questions?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you.
Okay. So moving on to business, we have a a donation for the volleyball team from the boosters in the amount of $2,500. And this is that we need to accept this as a school committee because it's a. Do we need to know anything more than they gave us $2,500? So the volleyball team is a new team to our school, and so the boosters
Yeah,
are doing this to
and
boost it up.
And to become a team, you really need to start out as a club. And it had been brought to our attention, actually. We knew that students were interested in volleyball when we had the old building, and they had pickup volleyball and after-school, intramural type volleyball. And actually, Mr. Bodwell, Mr. Barrett had come to me and said, they really want to go to club. They really want to get a volleyball team, and not knowing whether or not we were going to be in the building the first year, what time, what the gym was going to be like. I mean, I said we have to put it off because we can't guarantee that we'd even have. We didn't know if we would be even in on time. So last year, through a volunteer, actually, they again got the kids and found some teams that they could play, and they played a little bit more. And this year, it was not in the budget, but the boosters really gave us some money so that we could pay a coach. And so now we've officially been a club for 2 years, right? And that means that we're hoping that next year we can go and become a varsity team and get into a league and all that type of stuff. So
Excellent.
That's great.
So I'll accept a motion.
Sure. I'd like to make a motion to accept with gratitude from the boosters the volleyball donation in the amount of $2,500.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you very much to the boosters and everyone that contributes to them, and to the student athletes who have come out to be on the club team with the hopes of it becoming a varsity sport. We have approval of policies. Policy 8303, student discipline by Mrs. Sullivan.
Yes. We have our Chromebook this time, and we have the policy, so I'm on a good streak. I did review the student discipline policy. I also put it out to the administration for any comments. Everyone had come back with their acceptance of the policy as it was in its present form. I then matched our policy up with the MASC's version of the student discipline policy, and it is in complete alignment with the state policy. So I would like to present policy 8303 as presented, the student discipline policy.
Excellent. So that's your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay. Do
No
we have a
changes.
second?
Second.
Nothing.
All right. Moved and seconded. Any discussion or questions? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you, Mrs. Sullivan.
Thank you.
All right, we have some warrants for tonight. We have warrant 20.
I think I have to be let out of one.
Okay, so we'll do warrant 21A first by itself, dated November 17th, 2016, for $432,496.26. So do I have a motion to approve that warrant? Moved. Moved.
I'm not sure which one I'm in.
This one you're in.
Must be this one.
Yeah, Sarah's saying yes.
Yeah.
Right, Sarah? The first one?
I'm out.
Yeah, so it's been moved. Anyone other than Bill can second it?
Second.
Okay, and we're going to do this by a roll call vote?
Yes.
So,
Approve.
Aye.
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 Okay, so it passes 4 to 1 recuse. And then we have 2 other warrants that we'll do together. Warrant 21B, dated November 17th, 2016, for $60,013.94. Warrant 21C, dated November 17th, 2016, for $36,862.66. Do I have a motion for those 2 warrants?
Moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. All right. Oh, now time for a public forum. Members of the audience wishing to address the committee may do so at this time. Audience members are reminded that personnel issues or issues that would violate student confidentiality cannot be addressed during the public forum. Seeing no takers on the public forum, we are going to move on to our calendars and dates coming up. So district-wide, November 21st to the 22nd, we have a half-day of all schools and parent-teacher conferences. November 23rd, half-day all schools, getting ready for Thanksgiving break, which is November 24th to the 25th. Thanksgiving break and no school. Yay! At the middle senior high school, on November 15th, we have the Red Cross blood drive from noon to 5. On November 18th, coffee hour at 8 a.m. November 18th, picture retakes. November 18th is a half day for middle school students and middle school parent conferences from noon to 2. On November 21st, the middle senior high school parent conferences from 6 to 8, and on the 22nd, also conferences from 6 to 8. On November 29th, the school council meeting at 3 p.m. December 1st, cross-country team banquet from 6 to 8 p.m. December 7th, the winter cabaret show from 7 to 9 p.m. And December 8th, National Junior Honor Society induction from 6 to 7. And December 9th, the middle school social bingo trivia from 2:30 to 5. I can't believe we're talking about holiday events already. This is a little shocking.
What's the middle school social? Is that something new?
It's something new. It's in place of a dance. Some of the activities to get kids together and have fun.
Oh, nice. So do we just, is it December 9th a weekday?
It's after school.
Friday.
So we just leave them here and they have a good time till 5?
Yes.
Bingo!
Stop.
Mark, are you just going to lock them
I
in
get
and
the
leave?
bingo part.
We'll let them out.
Excellent.
Could you make it 5:30? No, just kidding. That's good.
Can we pay for extra time?
Yeah, no, that is a great day to get your holiday shopping done. All right, will someone else take Howard School?
I can do it.
Excellent, thanks.
On November 18th is an early release day. Parent conferences will be held from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. On November 21st, another early release day, conferences from 5 to 7. And on November 22nd, another early release day, and parent conferences, the 2-hour time window to be determined by the teachers. November 23rd is another early release day, and on December 6th, the PTO-sponsored Museum of Science animal adaptations for grade 5 will be held.
Excellent. Bill, will you do Roselle
The
McDonald?
Roselle McDonald School, November 17th, Coding to the Future after-school programs. November 18th, early release day, parent conferences 1 to 3. November 21st, early release, parent conferences 5 to 7. November 22nd, early release, parent conferences to be determined by the teacher. November 23rd, early release. December 1st, Coding the Future, 3 to 4 p.m. December 5th, NED show, all school assembly in the gym, 9 a.m. through 9:45. Never give up, encourage others, do your best. December 8th, Elf Shop, the Roselle McDonald Gym from 6 to 8 p.m. December 10th, Breakfast with Santa in the cafeteria from 9 to 11 a.m. And December 10th, Elf Shop in the gym from 9 to 3:30 p.m., or 3 o'clock p.m., sorry. Let's finish.
Oh, sure, thank you.
The Spring Street School, on November 17th, Spring Street School Council meeting at 2:45. November 18th, early release day, parent conferences 1 to 3. November 21st, early release parent conferences from 6 to 8. November 22nd, early release day, parent conferences from 5 to 7. And November 28th and 29th are picture retakes.
Okay. Our next regular school committee meeting will be held on Monday, December 12th at 6:30 p.m. right here in the Middle Senior High School Learning Commons. So I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second. Any final discussion or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, Molly.
See you in December.